So, how can we spot the right network that help us build our businesses, our legacies, and turn our passions into reality? At times, we face several challenges when trying to identify, the right people to live with and the right people to, trust, and then do all the things, because people are literally, let me say, the same way people are quite selfish and maybe not authentic, that you can't really trust everyone and then you can't really be with everyone. So me in the earlier years, I tried to go on with these different people, and I try approach someone and I introduce myself. I be like, I'm Yaledi, I'm a medical student, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm trying to build my businesses and what. So would you be my friend? So all these guys, could say, of course, everyone, they will say, how much are you paying me, or how am I benefiting by doing this and what. All these things could come up just by that. But I realized that not everyone that's being met in that way was maybe a proper person, and what maybe they were too good, or I realized I identified some that are really good, and then some that really messed up everything and they made my life really hard. So I devoted to some other thing, try to take on interviews and let me search on internet or search on different social media sites, and these people that are really experts or really good at particular things, and I try to bring them up into the system, you know then choosing up with those with greatest series, those that are really having good grades, and then really have an update of what they've been doing. Maybe they've have okay, they've had an experience of 10 years plus, or all those things that are coming up. But I realize still these people, not like for someone who has really done that thing maybe for 10 years, yeah, plus, they have the experience, but they're expensive mainly. They need, of course, a higher pay than any other person. Of course, they're talented. Oh, okay, not talented, but they have expertise in what they're doing. So their value is higher, and yet you're starting up a small business as a small person, or the business is still small and the profits are still low. So you couldn't maybe wish to spend all those of money to pay someone, or, as an expert at a particular thing or what they're doing. And I tried to learn all these things, and then I tried to devise ways of how I can adjust, keeping on the right network that I really needed, and then choosing still, making or building proper systems that could help me, live a life that I really need, and then build the success that I really wanted, or build the passion that I really wanted. Yeah, so what I chose, I tried to, identify up these different people, and then I tried to exploit the different talents, the unique talents that people have. Everyone has certain things that they're literally just good at, and all they need is just the ample time. When you give someone time and then you try to learn what they know, at times you could see that they will be more productive than everyone, maybe any other person. Or when you're hiring an expert at a particular thing, let me say you want someone who is maybe good at website building and what. So experts can really, take, let me say, as a minimum of $500, then plus, just like that, build a website that you really need, and maybe a website that's proper. But if you are told, you try to spot up someone that has the basic skills of building that, and then try to explore, to know, you give them time, you try to encourage them, and then try to do all these things to understand how much or how far can it go to doing this particular thing that we need. So I try to learn, and I realize that people can do things extraordinarily well if at all they are being given time, and maybe if at all they are trusted at first sight. So that's the mechanism I try to use. I just choose someone like randomly, not because maybe they are so good at this or they are experts at this, maybe they have the skills that I really need, but because they have the passion and they're willing to do the thing, and even at a cheaper cost, because personally I don't have enough money to fund up all these people that I need to build, because I have smaller businesses. now. And so different things really come up, that are quite challenging when you're starting or when you're a beginner at everything. So that's the mechanism I've tried to use. So with this, I try to learn also the weaknesses, what they're not good at, and then with that, I identify still some other person that can literally do that better than them. And with that, I been able to build enough trust. Someone didn't just trust you, and they do things at times even when the pay comes in later, but because someone is doing things that they feel they have a sense of being valued, and what they're doing they feel like it's being appreciated, the certain way they continue working, and then they hope you build the thing that you really want. Maybe say a business, say a legacy, say everything, even just friendship or even family. Maybe you can apply it in family, maybe getting a spouse, someone that can really, feel you, and then you're just happy around them, and they're also happy being around you. Just like that. So that's how I've tried to come up with this, and then try to spot out the right people that I need to be in my cycle. Guys, so if you have enjoyed the video and then you have picked some value out of it, please, if you're a new member, consider subscribing to this channel so that you don't miss out on any upload. And if you're a subscriber here, please consider giving this video a like and then tag someone that may really need it. See you in the next videos. Bye.